Alola, Pokemon Trainers, Professor Chaz here, the lab coat's on back order, and welcome back to our Pokemon Moon playthrough, episode number 67, I think this is. Currently just a little bit past midnight in the Alola region. In the last episode, if you missed that, you didn't miss too much. I mean, there was a lot of footage, but as far as things that we got accomplished, you didn't miss that much. Basically, we finished up with the, not really side mission, but the, well, mission, as they're calling them, to deal with UB03 Lightning on Akala Island. 2 episodes back, we caught the first one. The entire last episode was catching the second one. It was quite a time, but we managed to succeed. We completed it, and we met up with Looker and Annabelle and found out that there's another Ultra Beast, of course, being sighted on Ula Ula Island, that being codenamed Blaster. Nanu, the kahuna of the island, did let us know that. So, before we're ready to deal with that, as you just saw, we had a grinding montage because it's time to put a new team together, and we're going to go check out the Pony Gauntlet first and make our way towards the Battle Tree. let's just fly over in that direction right now and get things started up here. So that's our first mission, trying to gain access to the next fly location, or at least open access to the battle tree area that we can then walk back to. And then we're going to go meet up with the guardian of Ula Ula Island, Tapu Bulu, and see if we can convince it to join up with us and work together to try to protect the world, from, well, the world as a whole, but more specifically the island itself of Ula Ula from UB04 Blaster. Now, what do you have to say? If you keep cherishing your Pokemon, you can become a veteran too. I'm already there, sir. I think I might have said that to you last time. So, once we get up towards this direction, we're going to do a team recap and show you who we're working with, because as I said, you just saw we had a bit of a grinding montage. Some previous Pokemon from the Alola adventure are trained up, and they're at level 63 each, and I got 4 Pokemon from previous generations, all level 100, waiting to roll as well. So let's check out everybody that we're working with right now. In fact, let's switch them in this order there, starting with our starter Pokemon. One of the best things to start with is Sonata, our Primarina, level 63. He is a careful Pokemon, special defense up with special attack down. Not amazingly the best nature, but he's got really good special defense at least. Torrent ability, of course, boosting water moves in a pinch, holding the Mystic Water to power up water type moves. And before I go any further, I will have to mention he got knocked out by a random critical thrash from a Tauros. So there's another injury for him, but as I say, this is post-game. The injury counter has been incremented, but we're not considering that he has to be put away for an extended period of time. We're having fun with this, but we're still tracking the injuries just to see. I want to see what injury count do we get to by the end of the entire thing, and can I break that record when Gen 8 eventually comes out? Because you know there's going to be a Gen 8. There has to be. Anyway, the moveset is Moonblast, Sparkling Aria, Hyper Voice, and Aqua Jet. Next up, we have Igaloo, our Alolan Sandshrew at level 63. She is a timid Pokemon, speed up and attack down. Look at the blue hexagon on the top screen. Look how tiny that section for special attack is. Isn't that something? Anyway, the ability is Snow Cloak, boosting evasiveness in a hailstorm, and Eviolite is the held item to add 50% to both defenses. Basically, special defense is going to up to about 140, that'd be 148 or 149, but physical defense would be at 200 and, no, almost 200, I think, just short of 200, or maybe a little bit above. I don't know. I'm not going to do all that math right now because it's time for the moveset. Iron Head, Leech Life, Swords Dance, and Hail. And now for the first of our level 100 returning team members, we have a legend on the team. Random choice, random selection for my previous Pokemon. I just happened to get Zapdos. Zapdos is a jolly Pokemon. So again, not the best nature. But speed is increased, special attack going down. But as you can see, special attack is still at 301 thanks to the super training that I gave good old Zapdos. You could use a little more special attack, actually. I didn't notice that. I put you in the Isle level up. Get some more special attack. Anyway, the pressure ability will boost or increase the use of PP by the opponent when landing hits against him. Holding Normalium Z, because each of the level 100 Pokemon, I want them to use a Z move in the video that I first premiered them. So I'm going in the list of type-wise Z crystals and see which Pokemon can use each one. Anyway, so Normalium Z is for Zapdos. Moveset is Thunderbolt, Heat Wave, Signal Beam, and Hidden Power. Now what's interesting is, Hidden Power is a normal type move basically, but as you know, I'm sure you're probably aware, it changes typing based on what your Pokemon's IVs are. So technically, Zapdos has Fighting type Hidden Power, but it still considers it as a normal type move as its basic sort of thing. That allows for Breakneck Blitz, I'm pretty sure. Anyway, next up we have Sheldon the Blastoise at level 100, of course. He is a calm Pokemon. Recently seen dealing with Regirock 2 episodes back, 2 days ago on Sunday in Pokemon Sapphire. So calm nature, of course, special defense up and attack down. Ability is Torrent, boosting water moves in a pinch. Waterium Z to allow for the Hydro Vortex. And he also has, well, he has Scald, Bulldoze, Rock Tomb, and Avalanche. Next is Chuck, our level 100 Bibarel, which it doesn't say exactly. It says came from the Unova region, but he is actually from the Dream World. Now, looking back, I realized I probably should have caught him in a Dream Ball to commemorate the fact he came from the Dream World, but I thought I like using just Pokeballs on everything back then. Looking back, that's kind of a regret that I have. I would have liked to use a Dream Ball, but anyway, it is what it is. He has the hidden ability. Wait, first of all, he's lonely. Attack up and defense down. He has the hidden ability of Moody, which I love how crazy it is. Raises one stat sharply and lowers another every turn. You never know what's going to happen with these Moody Pokemon. He's holding the Groundinium Z to allow to use the Tectonic Rage. Waterfall, Bulldoze, Rollout, and Super Fang is the moveset. And last but not least, we have a Gen 3 Pokemon, but technically from my Gen 6 team. As you can see, he came from the Kalos region. He is an Impish Pokemon. This is Scales the Salamence. Impish is a defense boost and special attack drop. holding the Intimidate ability, lowering the opponent's attack stat upon entry into battle, and Flyinium Z is the held item. He can use Z Tailwind, which increases the critical hit ratio we know from Smarty, the Noctowl some time ago, Dragon Claw, Steel Wing, Fire Fang, and Tailwind. Interesting thing to note, though, he does come from my Gen 16. I just want to show something off here before we go any further. I'm going into Pokemon Refresh. Now, turn around, Sonata. We got company. Don't turn your back on the audience. There you go, buddy. Alright, go back to the Pokeball. Anyway, so let's take a look at, for example, Zapdos. See how he has, like, max affection? I have maxed out his affection in Gen 6 using Pokemon and Me. When I sent him up with everyone else, he has maintained the max affection, as has Sheldon and Chuck. But for some reason, Pokemon that I caught in Gen 6 did not retain the max affection. I found that out with Springer the Greninja when I first used him several episodes back, and now with Scales, the same thing is happening. So I don't know why it retains it for Gen 5 and older Pokemon, but not Pokemon from Gen 6. Not that it's the worst thing, I can just throw a bunch of rainbow beans at them and max out the affection. But I kind of like taking my time and building up the affection over time. But we'll get Scales and Springer the Greninja, and everyone else back up and running at full affection ASAP. But let's now check out the Pony Gauntlet. This is Mina, the painter lady, once again. Oh, you're the one from the Great Composition. I just did 100 sketches, so now I'm taking a break. I beat all the trainers around here, too, so now I'm totally bored again. I wish there was someone to go all out against. That's it, Chaz. If you can beat all the trainers around here, too, I'll give you a battle against me. I already fought you. Looker had you fight, or had us fight each other. He pitted us to, like, a battle to the end. I know a lot about Pokemon. I can use my knowledge in battle. Simmer down, sir. Now, this episode might be a little bit on the shorter side because the last two episodes trying to deal with UB03 Lightning, or Circuitry as they're known. Oh, he's got a Ditto. Look at that. It's not Imposter, is it? But anyway, dealing with all of those Ultra Beasts, those episodes ran a little bit long. Alright, so what I want to do is let my other Pokemon have a chance to shine. So I'm going to switch into the first one. It's going to be Zapdos. We're going to see what Zapdos' Breakneck Blitz looks like. Now this probably not the smartest thing I could have done is send in my Legendary for a Ditto to transform into, but I like challenge. You know, I'm okay with this. And how often do you get to see yourself fighting a Zapdos in Gen 7, right? I would probably say never. So, immediately, let's see what the power of this is. 120, special based. Let's see Zapdos Breakneck Blitz all over another Zapdos. This is going to be something for the record books, I think. Alright, Zapdos surrounds itself. Zapdos surrounds itself with Z power. Breakneck Blitz. Look at all the Z's, or Z's, if you're Canadian, which I am. It's weird. In Canada, we call the letter Z. In other places, they call it Z. One hit KO. I still tend to call it Z because I grew up watching Dragon Ball Z. And it's Porygon Z. What's with all the Z's? We should go take a nap in a minute. You know, Z's off our head. Anyway, what stat just boosted? I didn't notice. Let's just go Thunderbolt. Why not? But yeah, so I should, to be truly patriotic to my Canadian heritage, call it Z, but I'm just used to Z. You know a lot about Pokemon. Amazingly, even more than I do. I sound like Rotom all of a sudden. All the zits and zats and this and that. Anyway, that's one trainer down. Completion of the Pokedex is the basis of Pokemon research. You should collect a ton of Pokemon with Rotom. I probably should. Alright, so there's a Zygarde cell over here. There's also a Trainer Tips. I'm just going to take a quick refresher and see how many cores do we have. Cells or cores. Zygarde Cube, check it. We've got 84. 16 more to go, and we got the complete form Zygarde. What is this? Rumor has it that there are some special Z moves that only certain Pokemon can use. Really? I had no clue. We're under attack. What are Pokemon? Do you know? This is a test, all right? A test of what you find important about Pokemon. What are Pokemon to me? Pokemon are friends. Let's see what she says after the battle is over. It's a Weavile! Who's coming in next? Sheldon's the next one in. With 0 IVs and attack stat, I'm pretty sure. I did, checking with some of the potential judges in previous games, they let you know when a Pokemon has decent potential for, you know, such stats and all that. And I forget what they said about some of his stats, like, you know, some of the, like, I have it all recorded on my computer somewhere what the best stats are rated as being. But they said that he has some of the worst possible stats, or he has the worst potential in attack. Fortunately, Hydro Vortex based off of Scald is a special attack. Let's see Sheldon fire off this move, as we take a Night Slash with no damage just about. Of course, we are, what, 37 levels above this thing? So we're going underwater, basically going with Dive Attack for Hydro Vortex. So you guys might be used to seeing all these attacks, you know. Of course, I am too. I've seen Hydro Vortex before, but like now I get to see my Pokemon from way back on Game Boy Advance doing these attacks, and it's like they've come so far. Look what they're doing now. Ooh, Trevenant. How do we deal with you? Well, we do have Avalanche. Watch this. Hit me. Or miss. This might still knock you out anyway. Avalanche is a move with negative speed priority, so it makes you go last, but if you take a hit from the target on the turn that you use Avalanche, you hit them back with double the power. Let's just throw some rocks at you. Or let's not. Let's not touch you at all. So here's what we're going to do. No. I was going to Avalanche again, thinking that's going to clear out the Destiny Bond, but if they went for Destiny Bond again and we would hit them with the Avalanche, that would bring you down, or bring us down in the process. So let's go with a nice simple, tell you what, Oran Berries for everybody, or for Sheldon. And if you don't Destiny Bond again, we can just go for the Rock Tomb. In fact, Bulldoze would bring you down. That looked painful. Actually, I'm going to say Bulldoze can take you down at that level. Let's do it. You know, I didn't even see that hammer hit. I flinched down myself. I'll watch it back in the editing, though. So I wonder how far we'll make it on the Pony Gauntlet before the... Ooh, come on. Before the end of this half-hour-ish episode. You know what? Let's just go Avalanche. What can you do to me? You could Dragon Dance. Alright. You can dance if you want to. I'll go for Avalanche all over your face. That's not going to knock you out, though, because we didn't get hit, so... I'm going to say probably the next best attack is going to be Bulldoze. Not super effective. What is Noble Roar? Oh, wait. Isn't that what Pyroar gets? Yeah, it lowers both of my offense stats. That's just great. That's just lovely. That did nothing. Huh. Well, I'm going to say maybe an Avalanche gets you now, though. Let's go. Stop dancing when I Avalanching. Alright, your attack goes up, your speed goes up, but do you go down to the Avalanche? Really? Come on. Alright, let's just go with a nice stab Scald attack. So all you can do is dance and roar. See, when I fought a Totem Como-O, it put up a lot better fight than this. And I think it was even lower level than you. What are you doing with your time, Como-O? Como-On. Oh, it's a Magmortar. This'll be a piece of cake. Wait, my stats are down by 2. Let's still see what a Scald can do. Will it get the KO? I do not know. Yo. Okay. But then again, you go for a Fire Blast. Scald, please. Thank you. Goodbye, Magmortar. People have said this before. Isn't it funny? Blastoise has a couple of cannons sticking out of its back to shoot water, but it still sprays water from its mouth instead. Why was I unable to win? Thank you for giving me assignment. So, what are Pokemon? She asks. Let's find out what she believes. What are Pokemon? Everyone will have a different answer, but you can figure it out by thinking about it. Oh, you don't have your own answer for it. I'm telling you, Pokemon are friends, though. That's the trick. They want you to think, oh, Pokemon are creatures that fight, and Pokemon are mythical beings, and they cause weather conditions and static electricity, and they, like, you know, bite your face and stuff, and it's like, no, they're friends. That's what they are. Level 59. So if we want to do some more grinding, we can come over here. I realize I wouldn't say messed up, but in the format that I'm doing where I want to have previous Pokemon and 2 current team members, and the Tapu of the island deal with the Ultra Beasts, I don't really have a plan in mind for how to deal with the final Ultra Beast, who I assume is going to appear here on Pony Island. So I haven't planned out which team I'm going to use for that one yet. How do I get to... I got to come around from the other side, I think, to get to that Pokeball. But there's a Pokeball right here I'll grab. A Guard Spec. I already bought 5 of those. Well, I have 5. I bought however many I needed to buy. Let's get another battle going on. I'm a self-seeking backpacker. I savor each day as it comes. Okay, I didn't know there was more text. I guess today will be a battle with you. Let's go! So, I don't know, should I randomly choose the Pokemon from previous games, or should I... I'm trying to think how to deal with the final Ultra Beasts. Mimikyu! I remember you from the Totem. Now, you've got Disguise. I want to test something. I can't. I was going to test something. I was going to see if sound attacks get through the Disguise just like a substitute, but do we have any non-normal type sound attacks? Let me see. Nothing there. Nothing there. Nothing there. Nothing there. Nothing there. Nope. Alright. So in that case, we're just going to switch into the next Pokemon coming in is going to be Chuck. He has ways to hit a ghost type. Now, if you folks out there know, leave a comment down below. Why am I rhyming so much today? I don't know. Oh, Hone Claws, that ain't good. But if you know, leave a comment below. Does Disguise... Oh, wait, here's Moody. Attack goes up sharply. Special defense goes down. But, does Disguise work like substitute? Do sound attacks hit through the substitute, like a pixelated hyper voice from Sylveon, for example? Alright, I don't want to use the Z move against this yet. I'm going to go with a simple Waterfall. That'll break the substitute nicely, with a +2 attack stat. So, down goes your head. You could say I really knocked his head off, or at least over. I like how it lifts its head to do the Hone Claws and it drops back again. Alright. Moody activates again. We get speed sharply rising, accuracy falling. That's what I don't like to see, but I have heard Z moves cannot miss. I didn't see what the power was on this, but it's probably going to be decent. Bulldoze is 60, so I think 60 base attacks, or 60 base power attacks go up to 120, so this should be a 120 Tectonic Rage. Look how angry our little Bibarel is here, everybody. Boom! And down goes Mimikyu. I love seeing these Z moves. Who would have thought a Pokemon from the Dream World, a Moody Pokemon at that, would ever fire off a Z move like that? I'm sure many of you thought that exact same thing as you were training your own Pokemon. This is the taste of defeat. Perhaps it's delicious to savor. Maybe. So we're probably muddy. No, we're all dusty. Why? What did we get hit with? We waterfall. You would think the Tectonic Rage would cause mud, not dust. Because we went into the dirt. Oh well, whatever. Let's get you nice and brushed up there, Chuck. I actually have 2 Bibarel in my collection. There was a main one on my Pearl team, but as soon as I encountered a Moody Bidoof in the Dream World, I thought, I've got to get that. I love the Moody ability. It's crazy. It's good to be a backpacker. You get to decide on your own, all the things you do and don't want to do. So I guess we come back to the right through here. Well, there's another trainer there, but I want to backtrack and get that item. There's probably, well, there's another item here. There could be more trainers along the way as well. It's looking like we could clear out all of the gauntlet by the end of this episode, and then we can, well, depends on if we can access the battle tree. If we make it there, the next episode we'll start off with trying to capture the Guardian. No, wait, there's a few other things that I can do. No, wait, hang on. I'll have to sit down and get my thoughts in order, because obviously I'm going back and forth on everything right now, but I do want to go and do some title defense at the Pokemon League, because I'm sure there's a number of people itching to try to take my top spot in Alola, and they'd be pretty good, you know, training dummies for me to practice up against. Misty Seed. So there are seeds for each of the terrains. We already got a Grassy Seed. What stat does that boost on the Misty terrain? Let me see. That is a held item. Oops. Special defense. Alright. Only be used once. I wonder, can you get more of those? I wonder if you could plant those. That'd be kind of cool. Plant them and become like a Misty Seed tree or something. Oh, we got a double battle. So do I want to lead with someone? No, I can switch in. Let's go. Double fight. All I can do is get psyched against an opponent I can't beat, even after I've trained myself up. I'd go anywhere to be extreme. Check out how us bad dudes do it. Check out how us bad dudes can't read. I've messed up a couple of times in this episode. Don't you even notice or not? Plus, I just messed up on basic English. Anyhow, let's get a double battle going with Lycanroc and Lycanroc. No, Honchkrow. Alright, so that is a dark type. And let's get some nice lag going on here as Sonata and Igaloo come in. However, I want one last chance for one of my previous Pokemon to use a Z move. Let's start things off by Moonblasting the Honchkrow. Why not? And Igaloo, we're going to switch you out into our final Pokemon from the previous games. Is going to be Scales. We can get the Z Tailwind up. And we're going to Intimidate too, lower the attack stat of the Lycanroc and the Honchkrow, if the Honchkrow even survives. Ooh, Stone Edge. Good thing we intimidated you. Don't swagger, come on. Well, what I could do is just fire off a Person Berry using Sonata and then go for the Z Tailwind. Might as well do that. I don't want to risk... I want to get the Z move used as soon as possible. I don't want to waste time and not use it, you know? Or, should I heal Sonata? Because a critical Stone Edge will bring him down. At least probably. At least most likely. Let's try the idea. I'm going to go Person Berry. Where are my status healers? Person Berry, Person Berry, Person Berry. Yes. At the very bottom. We'll use that, and then we'll go for the Z Tailwind. Increase my critical hit ratio. I wonder if it increases my partners as well. I doubt it. It would say here, I think. It should say Scales increases its critical hit ratio. Yeah. So he gets the more critical hits. And the Tailwind goes up. We now outspeed Lycanroc, which is good because we didn't already. And you're going for the Flying type. Now that does make sense. I'm glad you did that. Whoops. Wrong. So wait a minute. Okay, Tailwind shows 3 of 4. Critical hits are up. That's cool. Why was the attack stat up? Do you see that? Oh, because we're... Yeah, we got Swagger. What am I thinking? Alright, let's just go with a... We'll go Hyper Voice because it's resisted. But I'm pretty sure Scales will get the knockout with a... +2 Dragon Claw critical hit at level 100. There's the critical hit. I gotta use Z Tailwind a lot. That's probably gonna be one of my favorite things to use in the online. Of course, you have to switch out on occasion, so you lose the critical hit thing. But anyway, I can't do anything through my Psych Tude, but I gotta look cool. Huh, you may be strong, but there's nothing good or bad about you. Well, thanks about the bad, but there's plenty good, I think. I hope. Anyway, I don't know. You folks let me know in the comments below. Am I good or what? Or am I bad or what? I don't know. Either way, let's take care of Scales. The best place Scales likes to be rubbed is on the red ridges over his eyes. Every Pokemon has like a little hot spot that they like to be petted on, and once you know it, they're so happy with you. I don't know if it actually increases their affection more than regular petting somewhere else, but I'm not sure. Even if I know I can't win, I can't show my uncool side to my battling Pokemon, so I psych myself up. I've got to praise an opponent who has taken their favorite fighting style to the extreme. It's called Z moves. Oh, a fishing spot. Let's see what we find. I got to switch out Sonata. He just leveled up. But we find ourselves the rare and elusive Magikarp, Shiny, or Barboach. Probably not worth the experience. Probably gonna walk away. Probably, definitely. A level 11 is not quite worth it for a level 64. Unless we were like 2 experience away from leveling up. Alright, so let's switch over into Sonata, or switch Sonata into Igaloo instead. So all my previous Pokemon have been used. So that means I'm going to switch these Z-Crystals again. Probably won't get any fights in this episode, but if we do, at least we have the option to go for different Z moves. So Zapdos will take the Firium Z. What I basically do is I start going through the list now and see what is the next Z-Crystal the next Pokemon like Sheldon can use. That is going to be Icium Z. We did this with Skippy the Swampert previously too, so it turns the negative priority Avalanche into a standard speed Sub-Zero Slammer. And now Chuck can take... Oh, we got the Ground EMZ already. Can take the Rocky EMZ, allowing for the Continental Crush. Based off of Rollout, though. I can't imagine having too much power. And what do we give to good old Scales? Dragonium Z. We haven't even seen this yet. In fact, you know what? If we get into one more fight in this episode, which I guess we will, there's a trainer near the north end of here. Let's see what the Dragonium Z looks like. We haven't seen it. Has anyone hit us with it? They might have. Big Pearl! Sweet! I'm trying to think, did they use it in the Pokemon League against us? I don't think they did. There were no Dragon types, right? I know I've seen it. It might have been in a Wi-Fi battle, though. I was like, did I really not get that Zygarde cell, but I forgot we didn't come this way yet. To be the strongest is an unfulfilled dream, but you must press on to get closer to it. Yeah, that's kind of the thing. Like, I've said this before. I don't know if I would ever want to be the best at something, because then you have nowhere left to aspire towards. Like, you know, try to outdo yourself, but if you have somebody that you look to as higher than you, at least you look to that person to become as good as or better. That's a fighting type. I've got an ice steel type in here. We are switching. But anyway, like, yeah, like I said, I don't know if I'd ever want to be the best at something. I want to be good at stuff that I want to be good at, right? But I don't know if I want to be the best. I want to have that higher plateau to always look towards to try to reach. Don't slow me down. See, that would have hurt my ice and steel type. My flying type that intimidated you, not really so much. Let us take a look at what this attack is. The Devastating Drake. 160 power based off of Dragon Claw. The user materializes its aura using Z power and attacks the target with full force. That's all it says. Alright. Devastating Drake. Look at that. We have seen that, haven't we? We must have. I remember seeing like the toothy claw hands. Who would have used it against us? I don't remember, but here we go. Scales using the Devastating Drake. That's probably a KO. Yeah, alright. I had a feeling. Where did we see that before then? Feel free to remind me down there in the comments. We must have seen someone use it. And in comes a Machamp. This one we can go with, let's just go with a standard Dragon Claw. I think that should be plenty. It's plenty. Down goes the Machamp, and Black Belt Tracy is defeated. Whoa, training! I haven't done enough training! Get back to it, sir. You're in the gear for it. Now, is that the last of the gauntlet? Even after the island challenge, I still want to strengthen myself. Trainers and Pokemon who feel that way gather at the battle tree. I think... Oh, there's still more trainers? Come on! Alright, let's do it. We'll finish up... Oh, it's a double battle, too. I battle every day. There's no one who can match me in that. Oh, we battle 50 times a day. Is that telling you that if you beat 50 trainers, you'll get the ribbon like in previous things? Probably. So the veteran duo, Tsunekazu and Nobuko. Tsunekazu, Nobuko, I think. Oh, they got 3 each. Uh-oh. We see a Wishy-Washy coming in. Depending on their levels, this might be... I want to leave Sonata and Igaloo in to deal with these. We're pretty comparable. Now, Sonata's kind of weak. Let's start off with a nice, decent Swords Dance for Igaloo. And Sonata, we should probably heal you. But really, what could they do to you? Probably a lot more than I'm not expecting. Let's just Moonblast the Wishy-Washy. Oh, light screen, come on. Well, this is going to affect Igaloo's attacks. Can we break the schooling? Not just yet. Wow, you're slow. Are you going Dragon Tail? Hydro Pump. This will hurt. Quite considerably. Well... Let us go with a Leech Life on the Wishy-Washy. And let's go with a Moonblast on the Wishy-Washy. Go ahead, heal it up. What does that do? Floral Healing. Well, you healed it back a lot more than I was expecting you to. Can we get a critical? No, can we get a critical Leech Life? Come on, Swords Dance boosted too. Can we at least heal back to survive the Hydro Pump? Or dodge it? Come on, tough it out! You got this! There's a knockout. Come on! What was that? I'll tell you what that is. Oh! Now you lose the schooling. Alright, alright. Alright. You want to feel some pressure there, Wishy-Washy? How about this? And let's go with... Sparkling Aria is going to hit Zapdos. I'll just go Moonblast on the Comfey. Goodbye, Wishy-Washy. Overkill? No, just enough kill. Landing that Hydro Pump. Like, so many things could have happened there to allow us to handle that. The game said, nope, none of that. So fine. And Comfey survives barely. In comes Electivire. That could be an issue. What do we have for the Z power? We got the Firium Z, right? Inferno Overdrive. Let's take the Electivire down and go with a Moonblast to the Comfey. So Zapdos firing off the massive power of the Inferno Overdrive. This is taking too long. I'm supposed to be done the episode by now. I'll have to save the last trainer for the next episode, because I can't... See, I get so invested in the game, I just want to keep playing, because I want to make it to certain places, but I want to keep the time in mind for the episodes. Plus, if I beat the next trainer, I won't resist the urge to continue on to the battle tree, and there's going to be probably some cutscene stuff there, so I'm just going to have to say, after this veteran duo, we're going to call it a day. As much as I don't want to yet, I'm gonna have to. I gotta think responsibly as far as time constraints in the videos and stuff. Turtonator. So you are Fire and Dragon, which means water will be neutral to you. Let us... I don't know. I'll probably just Thunderbolt the Comfey. And at first I was concerned. I don't want to hit Zapdos with Sparkling Aria. Guess what I forgot? Zapdos is 36 levels above our Primarina, so I think he can handle a Sparkling Aria. This should take the Comfey down. And I doubt the Turtonator will faint to one hit from the Sparkling Aria, but it should at least do a decent amount. Do at least half. Not even. What? You're trying to attack Zapdos? Oh! They had the light screen up. Alright, let's go with a nice Signal Beam against Lilligant. Yep, Signal Beam. Zapdos has that attack. You're probably thinking, what? But it was a move-tutor move back in the day, and I thought, I want to bring up Pokemon from the earlier games with kind of unique moves you wouldn't expect them to have. Signal Beam is one such move. Who would ever think a Zapdos would use a Signal Beam? It is good against Grass type, which does resist Zapdos' Electric. Of course, I could have just taught him a Flying attack, but Zapdos is more specially offensive, and it doesn't get any really good Flying type offensive moves. How'd you live that? Alomomola. So that's a Thunderbolt. I'm going to Aqua Jet the Turtonator. And boom, boom, and boom. There we go. This should be the last turn, unless somehow Alomomola can survive a Thunderbolt from the legendary Thunderbird Zapdos. Do you think it can? Let's find out. As Sonata hits level 65. Alright, so... now I'm thinking I kind of want to push onto the battle tree just to unlock it. Darn, it's my fault that my Pokemon lose so often. The shame from losing will rejuvenate me. That's good. Look at the money. 10,000. Alright, who needs the care? Zapdos is soaking from my own Sparkling Arias. You know what? I've changed my mind. I'm pushing forward to the battle tree. I just want to open that area. And then I'll end the episode, because the next episode we'll be taking on Tapu Bulu and trying to add that Pokemon, that legendary, that Guardian, to the team to deal with the Ultra Beasts of that island. And I'm changing my mind again. I'm going to end it here, because I'll explain in a second. We're so strong because of marital disputes. You might say that I raised my husband's Pokemon. So we're going to save right here, because I'm assuming there's going to be some sort of... Hang on, before we actually save, I'm going to revive poor Igloo. I forgot all about him. Her, him, what? Yes, anyway. Do I have? There we are. I was like, where's my revives at? Because we're going to deal with that last trainer, and then we're going to go get whatever cutscenes happen at the battle tree. I'll probably check that out a little bit, and I'll end the next episode with the capture of Tapu Bulu, because, as I said in, I think, yesterday's episode about Ultra Beasts and how their levels seem to be kind of getting into the scary zone, I want to do some grinding with the Tapu on the team, because I believe the next Ultra Beast, UB04 Blaster, is going to be level 70. And of course, the Tapus are only level 60 when you get them. So I would like to try to get more on par with not just the Tapu, but the 2 current trainee members of Igaloo and Sonata. So that's going to be it for today. I want to say thanks for checking out today's episode, everybody. Feel free to leave a comment down below. Let me know what you thought of the episode, and feel free to leave a like if you enjoy what you saw today. And if you missed any episodes of Pokemon Moon thus far, as always, there's a link in the description to the full playlist. You can go check that out and get caught up on all the adventures that have brought us to this point thus far in the adventure. And stay tuned to the outro. There'll be some links to some other videos that I have done, as well as a link to subscribe to the channel. And you can get your daily updates of Pokemon content such as Pokemon Moon. I'm dusting my pants off there. Pokemon Moon, Pokemon Sapphire on the weekends, Pokemon TCG matches using the new Sun and Moon cards from the new expansion. It's pretty cool. And on Mondays, weekly news update video thingies, all sorts of cool Pokemon stuff on the channel. So feel free to subscribe and come along for the ride. But that is it for today. I want to say once again, thanks for checking out today's episode. Professor Chaz is now signing off, and I'll catch you next time.